The whispering shadows. I sat alone in the dimly lit room, the only source of light emanating from the flickering candle on the table before me. Shadows danced across the walls, casting eerie shapes that seemed to writhe and twist with a supernatural energy. The air was thick with anticipation, as if the room itself held its breath, waiting for something sinister to unfold. As I gazed into the candle's flame, my mind wandered back to a distant memory, a time when innocence shielded me from the horrors of the world. But now, as an adult, I found myself drawn to the macabre, seeking out the thrill of fear in a desperate attempt to feel alive. I had heard whispers of a house on the outskirts of town, a place shrouded in mystery and haunted by the spirits of the past. Intrigued by the tales of its dark history, I embarked on a journey to unravel the secrets that lay within its walls. The night was thick with an otherworldly silence as I approached the decrepit mansion. The moon, obscured by dense clouds, cast an ethereal glow that seemed to amplify the sense of foreboding that clung to the air. Each creaking step on the decaying porch echoed through the night, as if the house itself was protesting my intrusion. With trembling hands, I pushed open the heavy wooden door, revealing a hallway cloaked in darkness. The feeble light from my flashlight barely penetrated the gloom, casting long, distorted shadows on the peeling wallpaper. Every breath I took seemed to reverberate through the house, amplifying the haunting stillness. As I cautiously explored each room, an unsettling presence seemed to follow me, lurking just beyond the edge of my vision. Whispers echoed through the corridors, teasing my senses and playing tricks on my mind. I could feel the weight of unseen eyes upon me, their gaze piercing through the veil of reality. In one room, I discovered a tattered antique mirror, its surface cracked and tarnished with age. A shiver ran down my spine as I caught a glimpse of movement within its depths, a ghostly figure swathed in darkness. I stumbled backward, my heart pounding in my chest, but an inexplicable force drew me closer to the mirror, compelling me to confront the apparition within. As I stared into the mirror, the room around me faded into obscurity, and I found myself transported to a different time. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the walls dripped with a sickly moisture. A chorus of anguished whispers filled my ears, their words unintelligible but laden with sorrow and despair. In the reflection, I saw the figure approach, its features twisted into an expression of eternal torment. Its eyes, black voids devoid of life, bore into my soul, extracting every ounce of fear and desperation within me. I tried to tear my gaze away, to escape the clutches of this spectral being, but my body refused to obey. Suddenly, the mirror shattered, a deafening sound that shattered the illusion and brought me back to the present. The room was once again bathed in darkness, and the whispers subsided, leaving only an eerie silence in their wake. I stumbled out of the house, my mind reeling with the horrors I had witnessed. Now, plagued by nightmares and the memories of that fateful night, I am forever haunted by the whispering shadows that dwell within the depths of the mirror. Their presence lingers, a constant reminder of the boundary I dared to cross, and the darkness that now resides within me. The Forgotten Dollhouse. The attic door creaked open, revealing a forgotten world of forgotten things. Dust particles danced in the air as I climbed the stairs, my heart pounding in anticipation. The attic had always held a certain allure for me, a mysterious space where the remnants of the past lay hidden, waiting to be discovered. As I stepped into the dimly lit room, the air grew heavier, weighed down by the weight of forgotten memories. The faded wallpaper peeled away from the walls, exposing the bones of a forgotten era. The room was filled with relics of childhood, broken toys and discarded dreams scattered across the floor. My eyes were drawn to a weathered dollhouse standing in the corner, its once vibrant colors now faded and chipped. It beckoned to me, a silent invitation to uncover its secrets. I approached it cautiously, feeling a strange connection to the miniature world within. The dollhouse was a reflection of a bygone era, a time when innocence reigned and imaginations ran wild. It stood as a testament to forgotten dreams and faded hopes. The rooms inside were frozen in time, preserved in a haunting stillness that sent shivers down my spine. I reached out to touch the delicate facade of the dollhouse, and as my fingertips grazed its surface, a surge of energy coursed through me. A chill ran down my spine as I heard a faint whisper, a voice carried on the wind from a distant past. "Help me," the voice murmured, barely audible yet filled with a desperate plea. Startled, I pulled my hand back, my heart racing. But curiosity got the better of me, and I couldn't resist exploring further. I opened the miniature door, revealing a world within a world. The rooms were meticulously furnished, each detail capturing a moment frozen in time. But as I delved deeper into the dollhouse's secrets, the atmosphere shifted, and an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. The once beautiful rooms turned ominous, and the dolls that once seemed innocent now wore sinister expressions. The dollhouse became a portal to a twisted reality, a place where the darkness of forgotten memories and discarded dreams came to life. Shadows danced on the walls, and whispers echoed through the air, taunting and teasing my senses. I felt as if the lines between reality and fantasy blurred, and I was trapped in a nightmare of my own making. As I tried to escape the clutches of the dollhouse, its hold on me tightened. The walls closed in, suffocating me with their weight. The dolls came alive, their lifeless eyes staring into my soul, their porcelain skin cold to the touch. I could hear their laughter, a haunting melody that echoed through the corridors of my mind. In a final act of desperation, I smashed the dollhouse against the floor, breaking the spell that had consumed me. Silence descended upon the room, and the dolls lay broken and lifeless, their malevolent presence finally banished. I stumbled out of the attic, my heart pounding and my mind in disarray. The memory of the dollhouse and its haunting inhabitants would forever be etched in my soul, a reminder of the darkness that lurks within even the most innocent of things, the haunting melody. The old Victorian mansion stood as a relic of the past, its grandeur faded and its halls filled with whispers of forgotten tales. As a lover of all things vintage and mysterious, I couldn't resist exploring its hallowed halls, drawn to the secrets that lay within. One stormy evening, with the rain pouring down in torrents, I stepped into the mansion's decaying foyer. The air was heavy with the scent of dampness and decay, and a chill ran down my spine as I made my way through the dimly lit corridors. The creaking floorboards echoed my every step, as if the house itself was watching, waiting. In a forgotten room hidden away from prying eyes, I discovered a weathered piano. Its once polished wood was now worn and cracked, its ivory keys yellowed with age. The instrument stood as a testament to forgotten melodies, a vessel for the echoes of the past. Curiosity consumed me as I approached the piano, my fingers trembling with anticipation. I sat on the dusty bench, feeling the weight of forgotten stories settle around me. As I pressed the keys, a melancholic melody flowed through the room, filling the air with haunting beauty. But as the notes danced through the air, an unsettling presence materialized. Shadows swirled around me, elongating into twisted figures that seemed to writhe with a life of their own. The atmosphere grew heavy, suffocating, as if the room was filled with the restless spirits of forgotten musicians. I tried to stop playing, to silence the haunting melody, but my hands refused to obey. They moved of their own accord, compelled by a force beyond my control. The music grew louder, more dissonant, filling my ears with a cacophony of despair. Terror gripped my heart as I realized that the piano had become a conduit for the spirits trapped within the mansion. Their tortured souls yearned for release, and they sought solace in the haunting melodies that resonated through the house. The room transformed before my eyes, the walls fading away to reveal a grand ballroom filled with swirling dancers. Their faces were distorted, their expressions etched with sorrow and longing. The music swelled, engulfing me in a maelstrom of sound and emotion. Desperate to break free from the grip of the spectral orchestra, I closed my eyes and mustered every ounce of strength within me. With a final burst of willpower, I struck a discordant chord, shattering the haunting melody that held me captive. Silence fell upon the room, broken only by my ragged breaths. The dancers vanished, leaving me alone in the empty ballroom. The piano returned to its weathered state, a mere instrument devoid of otherworldly influence. I stumbled out of the mansion, my mind reeling from the encounter with the supernatural. The haunting melody continued to echo in my memory, a reminder of the depths of darkness that reside within the forgotten corners of our world. The whispering portrait. The old mansion had always fascinated me with its air of mystery and the stories whispered through the town. On a moonlit night, driven by curiosity, I ventured into its shadowed halls, eager to uncover the secrets that lay within. As I explored the dimly lit rooms, the silence hung heavy in the air, broken only by the sound of my own footsteps echoing through the empty spaces. In a forgotten corner, I discovered a room adorned with decaying wallpaper, its colors faded with time. A single portrait hung on the wall, its subject captivating and unnerving. The woman in the portrait possessed an otherworldly beauty. Her eyes, an intense shade of green, seemed to follow my every move, as if she was watching me from within the frame. Her lips curled into a haunting smile, hinting at secrets and mischief. I couldn't tear my gaze away from her. captivated by the enigma she represented. As I studied the portrait, a shiver ran down my spine and a whisper tickled my ear. It was a soft, disembodied voice, barely audible but filled with an eerie presence. The voice seemed to emanate from the depths of the painting, reaching out to me, drawing me closer. Compelled by an unseen force, I approached the portrait, my heart pounding in my chest. The woman's eyes seemed to glow with an unearthly light, and her smile widened, revealing rows of unnaturally sharp teeth. Fear gripped me, but curiosity pushed me forward, deeper into the web of mystery. Suddenly, the woman stepped out of the painting, her figure emerging from the canvas like a ghostly apparition. She moved with a grace that defied the laws of nature, her ethereal form hovering in front of me. Her eyes bore into mine, filled with a hunger that sent a chill down my spine. "You have awakened me from my slumber," she whispered, her voice a haunting melody. "Now you shall become a part of my eternal collection." Panic surged through me as I realized the true nature of the portrait. It was a gateway to a realm of darkness, and the woman was its malevolent guardian. I tried to flee, but my feet remained rooted to the spot, trapped within her supernatural grasp. As she reached out to touch me, her fingers icy cold against my skin, I closed my eyes and mustered every ounce of willpower. With a burst of energy, I broke free from her hold and stumbled backward, gasping for breath. The woman recoiled, a look of fury crossing her spectral face. She retreated back into the portrait, her form dissolving into the canvas. The room fell into silence once more, the only evidence of her presence the lingering sense of foreboding. I fled from the mansion, my heart pounding and my mind filled with a mixture of fear and wonder. The whispering portrait had shown me a glimpse of a dark and supernatural realm, a reminder that some mysteries should remain untouched. The Desolate Cavern. The cavern beckoned to me from the depths of the earth, its allure mingled with a sense of foreboding. Curiosity and a touch of trepidation propelled me forward, deeper into the unknown, as I ventured into the shadows that concealed its secrets. The air grew heavy and damp as I descended further into the subterranean realm. The sound of dripping water echoed through the narrow passages, creating a haunting symphony that reverberated in my ears. The flickering glow of a lantern in my hand offered little solace against the encroaching darkness. Stalactites and stalagmites reached out like skeletal fingers, their jagged forms casting eerie shadows on the cave walls. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of my own breathing and the echoing whispers of my apprehensive thoughts. As I continued my descent, a sense of isolation descended upon me. The narrow passageway opened into a vast chamber, its expanse stretching out before me like a desolate wasteland. The oppressive weight of the cavern pressed upon my shoulders, a reminder of the insignificance of my presence in this ancient realm. A chill ran down my spine as I noticed movement in the corner of my eye. Shadows danced along the walls, their forms shifting and contorting with an unnatural fluidity. Fear clenched my heart as the darkness seemed to take shape, manifesting into grotesque figures that slithered and writhed. I quickened my pace, desperation fueling my steps. The flickering lantern fought against the encroaching darkness, casting trembling light on the path ahead. But the shadows persisted, their presence an ever-present reminder of the terrors that lurked within the depths of the cave. Suddenly, a bone-chilling howl pierced the silence. The sound reverberated through the chamber, filling the air with a primal terror. I stumbled, my heart pounding in my chest as the realization set in. I was not alone in this desolate underworld. Eyes gleamed in the darkness, their malevolent gaze fixated on me. The creatures emerged from the shadows, a nightmarish amalgamation of twisted limbs and gnashing teeth. Their guttural growls sent shivers down my spine as I realized I had stumbled upon their hunting grounds. With adrenaline coursing through my veins, I sprinted through the cavern, the creatures in hot pursuit. Their claws scraped against the rocks, their hungry snarls echoing in my ears. Panic threatened to consume me, but I pushed forward, driven by the primal instinct to survive. As I neared the exit, a ray of sunlight pierced through a crack in the cave wall, beckoning me towards salvation. With one final burst of energy, I dove towards the light, feeling the cool air of freedom wash over me. The creature's cries of frustration faded behind me as I emerged from the depths, gasping for breath. I collapsed on the ground, my body trembling with exhaustion and relief. The desolate cavern had tested my resilience, exposing the fragile nature of human existence in the face of ancient and malevolent forces. It was a reminder that some places are best left undisturbed, left to the darkness that claims them. As the final echoes of terror fade away, we extend our sincerest gratitude to each and every one of you who embarked on this chilling journey with us. Your unwavering support and willingness to delve into the depths of darkness have made this series a truly unforgettable experience. We would like to express our deepest appreciation to the talented authors who crafted these haunting tales, weaving words into nightmares that kept you on the edge of your seat. Their creativity and dedication have brought these stories to life, igniting your imagination and filling your nights with spine-tingling suspense. But our journey does not end here. If you have enjoyed your time with us in this realm of horror, we invite you to join us on our channel, Storyhaven. By subscribing, you will gain access to a wealth of captivating stories across various genres, from spine-chilling horror to heartwarming. Stay tuned, for our collection of stories continues to grow, promising to transport you to worlds both familiar and unknown, where imagination knows no bounds and the power of storytelling reigns supreme. We are humbled by the feedback and engagement we have received from our dedicated listeners. Your comments, messages, and shared experiences have fueled our passion to bring you even more enthralling content in the future. Join us on our social media platforms, where we can stay connected beyond the realms of storytelling. Let us continue to share our love for the art of storytelling and build a community. Once again, from the depths of our hearts, thank you for your unwavering support and for spending your valuable time with us. We bid you farewell until we meet again in the captivating world of Storyhaven. Remember, the power of a story lives on, waiting to be discovered and shared. Subscribe to Storyhaven and embark on countless new adventures that will forever leave an indelible mark on your soul.